Oh, it's going to crash for sure. What the hell are you doing? What the? It's just... Okay, we hit something. Time to test out the tracking capabilities of the Mini 5 Pro. I have it right here with me. We're in the forest for the first test. I'm really excited for this one. Start recording and let's go. And we are already starting out with a very non-traditional path. We have a lot of tiny branches here, protruding, sticking out. So that would be a good test for the LiDAR of the Mini 5 Pro if it can even detect them. Right now, I can see that it's doing well without any issues. But we'll see if that will continue the same way. I'll go right here because I think this one is a little bit of a tighter path. And I know many of you would say, why are you walking? Why are you not biking or doing something on some sort of vehicle? Trust me, we'll do that as well. We're just starting out with the basic tracking first in a relatively easy area. Although we have quite a few branches, it's still not a super narrow path. It's fine for the drone for the most part, I think. Judging by what I'm seeing, it's doing absolutely perfectly so far. So we'll up the ante a little bit for the other tests, so don't worry about that. I just want to show you what you can really expect in a daily scenario where you want to take the drone with you on a walk, let's say. Let's go here. Looks a little bit tighter with those branches. I'm not sure. Wow. Okay. Doing something. It's maneuvering. And even judging by simply the sound of the motors, it's just keeping up with the speed. It's not slowing down and then picking up the speed back again. It's just okay. Yes, we hit something. We hit a small branch. Here's the drone. Seems absolutely fine. No issues whatsoever. So let me just take off again, check propellers. They are good. It tumbled a little bit, but nothing really to worry about. I'm just gonna take off from my hand. And I'll put you guys here for a second. I'm sorry about that. But let's take off from my hand. All right, seems fine. Let's continue. Let's continue with the test. Here it's wow. I will be very surprised if it makes it out of here without crashing once again, because this is a lot. This might be a little bit too much for the drone. I'm kind of stuck here. Oh, but it did it without any issues. What the hell? Okay. This is like a small jungle here. It's very full with different types of weeds and grass and rocks. But obviously, since the drone is in the air, it has no issues with those things. Let's just try passing through here, where it's really like small gaps. Come on, go, don't lose me. Track me from here. Okay, let's go. It did it. it did it with no issues whatsoever. So I think it's safe to say that those things are not a problem for the Mini 5 Pro. The only potential issues might be those invisible branches that it might hit. But other than that, it's right here. It's behind me. So it's still in one piece. No damage on the drone whatsoever after this slight bump into one of the branches and a little crash. But other than that, perfectly fine. Next, it was time for the tracking test on a bike. And the Mini 5 Pro now has a dedicated cycling mode. So let's see how it does. Okay, here we go. Tracking on the Mini 5 Pro on a bike. We're in the city park where we have obviously plenty of obstacles and branches and everything. So I don't know what to expect. I'll start out a little bit slower. The cool thing with this drone is that it recognizes that you're on a bike, so it affects the algorithm in the way it's moving around. Okay, everything is clear. Let's go. It's keeping up very, very well. Now here, where we have a little bit more space, I would make it go to the front, if it can. Come on, bro, you can do it. You can do it. Go for it, go for it. There you go. So it's tracking me from the front, flying low. Let's move it to the side. Now, wow, that was crazy. Oh, it's going to crash for sure. What the hell are you doing? What the? Oh my God, that was a little bit too aggressive in my opinion. I think I'm going to help it a little bit. Come on, you can do it. Okay, you did it. With a little bit of help from me, but yeah, that was a little bit unexpected. Let's move it from the right. It's moving a little bit too aggressively in my opinion. And now there's a lamp post. Okay, let's sew it. Now, definitely we can see the difference in the speed. It's moving very quickly to stay on pace with you. And now let's turn around and see if I say go back. What are you going to do? Wow, okay. It doesn't want to give up, which is great, which is always great. However, I want you to follow me from the back. Wait. Oh, how are you not crashing? It's moving a little bit erratically, so it's kind of like it had a few coffees and Red Bulls before the flight. Definitely seems a little bit too exaggerated, that movement. Let's see what will happen if I go through here. Will it be able to navigate through the branches? No. It was a surprise for you. Am I right? You didn't expect that. And now I need to save you.
And finally, we have the active track test on a car. This is where it gets really interesting in my opinion, because we're picking up the pace and the drone is flying with around 15 meters per second, which gives you some really dynamic and great looking shots that are surprisingly smooth, by the way. So I'm really happy with how the tracking is going. It's really smooth, and I can definitely see an improvement in the tracking algorithm that just smoothens out the movements of the drone. But this is a huge problem. If two cars with a similar color pass in the frame, the drone might get confused, and this is exactly what happens here as well. The drone focuses on another vehicle, loses me entirely, so I need to fly to the car manually, select it once again, and then start active track once again. This was a little bit of a bummer, and I guess the color of the car and the contrast was what really confused the drone. One more thing, the drone has to fly quite close to the car that is following. If it gets to more than 50 meters away, it will stop tracking it. So that's one more thing, that you shouldn't really speed up too much, because if the car goes too far away, the drone will just stop tracking it altogether. Other than that, if you rely on the auto tracking, where the drone kind of decides for itself which direction to take, how to move around the car, and what angle to focus on, you get some really smooth dynamic shots that are super usable. Even when flying backwards, the drone is still fast enough to keep the car in frame, and once again, I think the results are pretty good. There are two things you need to have in mind when using active track on a car. The first of them is the speed of the car. You should not go too fast, otherwise the drone will lose you, it will stop tracking the car, and it will stay and hover in the air. And the next thing is obviously to keep watching the screen to see if the drone is still focused on tracking the right car, because if there are many cars with that same color around passing by, it might get confused. But other than that, for the most part, I'm super happy with the footage that I got with the active track on the Mini 5 Pro.
So final thoughts on the tracking of the Mini 5 Pro. I'm mostly positive and happy with how the tracking works on this drone. I'm quite surprised by many of the things that happened during this tracking test. I have to say, I did not expect the different modes to work that well. The drone definitely changes depending on what it's tracking, and especially with the increased tracking speed, it's now so usable, especially if there are no obstacles or not too many obstacles around. Now, when there are a few obstacles, the drone gets a little bit more erratic, and I have to give it up to DJI for not even having one crash during the cycling test, because that was spectacular in my opinion. The fact that it was moving around and not hitting any of these obstacles is just insane to me, because it was so close to hitting them many times, but it didn't. And as for the rest of the tracking, it went super well. Even in the forest, the drone was navigating through hundreds of branches with only hitting one of them. And just the movement was great in my opinion. The overall movement of the drone was fantastic. And I mostly enjoyed the car tracking because it was the smoothest out of the 3 different modes that I tried. Obviously because we had no obstacles, or not that many at least, and the drone was able to pick up the pace and increase the speed quite a lot to actually stay with the car. Besides the little hiccup of it missing the tracking car because it passed another car with a similar color, everything went well. For the most part, I would say 90% the drone is perfect when it comes to tracking. It's not 100% perfect, but what is perfect? You know, I'm super happy with the tracking. Now it's a lot more usable than before. I'm happy to report that I like it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy. Never stop flying, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.